Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The nation of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they're claiming to know so much, to read so much, to talk so much, but the basic things they completely forget. The foundation they completely give up on, because they say they become so arrogant and ignorant, and they're saying, we go to school, you know, we're so knowledgeable, we are almost scholars. Everyone is running to become a scholar. Everyone is running to say scholarship is going to save me. Even people entering into Tarikats, they say you have to be like a scholar. Completely wrong now. Even in the Mevlevi Tarikat, which in the old days, Mevlevi Tarikat is a Tarikat that is there, but you know, there are different Tarikats, higher Tarikats. But they were very strict. Even at that level, they were very strict. And what did Hazrati Mawlana Rumi do? When he met his Shaykh, Shamsi Tabriz, did Shamsi Tabriz say, no, you have to read books. You have to learn. You have to study more. You have to learn Arabic. No. He's saying, now take all your books that you've written, not only the books that he's written, but the knowledge that he has. Not only the knowledge that he discovered, but the knowledge that his father discovered and his grandfather took, because he comes from a long line of scholars and muftus and Shaykhul Islams, the highest level. Shamsi Tabriz is saying to him, take all your books now and throw it into the pool, into the pond. Throw it into the water. Now come to me with an empty cup. Now, Ahir Zaman, people are entering into tarikats to learn scholarly knowledge, zahir knowledge. They're not entering into tarikats to learn spiritual knowledge, knowledge of the ruhaniyat. We can't really blame them, because so many ways they are stagnant, they are stuck. And so many ways they cannot give that kind of spiritual training. It is necessary also. All the other ways, don't misunderstand me, we're not putting any tarikat down. These days it is good. Enter into whatever tarikat you want to enter. It's better than not entering into any tarikat at all. But man must have high ambition. Man must have high intention, high goals, high ambition. High what? Aspirations? High aspirations for Mawla, for the spirit. And that high aspirations for the spirit, you have to know your spirit, and you have to know the enemies of your spirit. And the knowledge of knowing your spirit and the knowledge of knowing the enemies of your spirit will never be found in books. You think you can open the Quran and find that knowledge there? It is also not there. Understand what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand me. I'm saying that the knowledge is not there because you don't have the key to open that knowledge. Of course, all knowledges, past, present, future, pre-eternal to post-eternal, everything is that Kitab. Everything is the mother of the books. But you have to have the key. You have to have the combination to be able to unlock it, and you'll be able to get the knowledge from it. If you don't have that combination, if you don't have the key, you can have a safety box that is filled with the best treasures, but you have no benefit. You're only going to say, I love this safety box. I'm looking at the safety box every day. I'm carrying it, but you're not getting any benefit. Most of the Muslims, they are doing that to the Holy Quran. They not getting the benefit of the Holy Quran. Because Holy Quran did not come to Holy Prophet ﷺ in a book form. It came to his heart. And from heart to heart, that knowledge is passed. The knowledge of the Holy Quran is not to be found in a few hundred pages of paper that somebody somewhere printed. No. The Holy Quran, the secret, as it was in the heart of the Prophet ﷺ, it is in the heart of those ones who are following the Prophet ﷺ. Those ones, they are also walking Qurans. Those ones are the ones that is following in the lifestyle, in the footsteps, in the work, in the mission of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And because they are his inheritors, they are also ones who are walking Quran. Because one question came to Hazrati Aisha radiallahu anha, saying, Ya Aisha, describe Holy Prophet ﷺ. And our mother, Hazrati Aisha, is saying, he is the walking Quran. So, first, man has to understand this. Because now, if there is no basis, if there's no foundation, everything is going to fall. And in these days, forget about foundation. There is no ground. Because the ground is turning into a sinkhole. It's pulling whole buildings and whole towns coming into it. So we have to make sure that our foundation is secure. And the foundation of every knowledge is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That is the foundation of all knowledge. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. All the 124,000 prophets, they're able to make their miracles with the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And what kalimat shahada? Where I say kalimat shahada? They're able to say, they're able to make miracles. Now I have to understand from two languages now. I have to watch you. I never say kalimat shahadat. I said they're able to make miracles with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I did not enter into kalimat shahadat. Don't confuse. Astaghfirullah. Cannot even make us solve that in peace in one language. I have to listen to another language that I don't even know. Inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm going to speak. Allah, Allah. You start translating all that now. Anyway, astaghfirullah lazim. The foundation, we say, is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Because Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, it was only given to the prophets, never to their ummat. But Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is given to the ummati Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, the most beloved one. Because Prophet loves us. And everything that he has, he's saying, Ya Allah, is my ummat also going to get this? He loves us. We don't love him. Don't say you love him. Loving is not just to come together to sing a couple of poems and to cry a little bit, and then to go next time and to continue our own selfish, egoistic lifestyle and to say, what? Well, it is sunnah, but I don't like that sunnah. That sunnah is too heavy for me. That sunnah doesn't fit into my lifestyle. I want to live freely because I believe Prophet saying we don't have to follow him 100% like that. So many loopholes now man is going to enter into. But Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is a gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the prophets, and the gifts of the prophets is given to us. Alhamdulillah. And those billions of Muslims, they are not beginning the day with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They're not beginning their actions with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And they lost. They can build the whole world now. There's no foundation. It sinks. It is gone. The Ottomans, they used to begin every session with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ottomans, the Sultan, the Khalifa, he will not even rise up from the bed without making tayammum. He will not even walk on the earth, stepping on it. He is a Khalifa to Rasul. He will not even step on this earth if he doesn't have a wudu. He says, how dare I step on this world without a wudu? I am shamed in front of my Lord and my Prophet. There is a brick that he puts next to him before he gets up to go to renew his wudu. He takes the tayammum so that he steps in a state of purity. That Khalifa, that in his most sick days, most weak days, that he is lying down, when a letter came from Medina, he sits up and he stands up for the sake of Medina, for the sake of the Sahibul Medina, for the sake of the Master of the universe, because he's saying, how can I be sitting down or lying down when neighbors of the Rasulullah is writing a letter to me? Yes, the Ottomans, they knew something. They knew everything. And they started everything with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim that was given to the Holy Prophet ﷺ to give to us. Rahman and Rahim. Rahman, a small taste of it, a fraction, just a scratch of it is given to this whole alams. Some saints, they're saying out of 70 parts, only 1 part is given to this whole alams to share. Other 69 parts or 6,900 and something parts, it is for the Day of Judgment. That is Rahman. Rahim. Holy Prophet ﷺ saying, I don't even know what the Rahim completely is, and Allah has saved that for the Day of Judgment for us. How much now we should be thankful? Thankful for us for what? Sit down. Thankful for us for what? Every week I have to go through the same thing again. Wait, I'm going to make one smack for you guys, and you're going to juggle some brains inside. Then you're going to know what to do. When? Tawbah, astaghfirullah. So, the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim that is given to this ummah because of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Because Holy Prophet is saying, Ya Rabbi, whatever I have, give to my ummah. My ummah, my ummah, my ummah. And on the Day of Judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will first hear from the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He will be there and he will be making sajda to Allah. And Allah is saying, rise, Ya Muhammad ﷺ, rise, my Habib. This is not the time for worshipping. And he says, Ya Rabbi, I'm here to ask for my ummah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, whatever that you ask, I will give it to you, my ummah. Allah says, ask more, my ummah. Have mercy on my ummah. Ask more, I will give it to you more, my ummah. He's not asking for himself. That is the love Holy Prophet ﷺ have for us. And that is the love that the Sahaba Kiram have. We are not understanding history too. Do we? We don't understand history. We don't understand the love of the Sahaba Kiram to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That time, these Wahhabi squarehead shaitans, they're never going to say nothing. Oh, don't ask Ya Rasulullah. Don't address him completely like that because you're making a shirk. They're quoting from Surah Al-Fatiha too. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. To you, we're going to ask only from you. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Continuing, going to ask only for you, not from anyone else. Ask help only from you. And the Prophet ﷺ is the help of Allah. We're saying to Allah, we're only going to ask you for help. And Allah is sending the Prophet ﷺ as the greatest mercy and the help. And you're not taking help? What an arrogance. What a stupidity. What an ignorance. Yes. After Holy Prophet ﷺ passed, when majority of Arabia, Arabs, majority of them, especially the Bedouins, they became traitorous to the Prophet. They betrayed the Prophet. Okay? Khiyanat. Haywan. Because some claiming we follow a new prophet. Some claiming we have a new book. Some claiming this, some claiming that. Some saying we only give bayat to Prophet, not to Abu Bakr. So it's finished, like some people are saying, following Shaykh and his Jamaat. So we're not following you. Hazrat Abu Bakr went to war with them. He didn't sit down to have nice interfaith gathering, to sign document, to say, oh, we're not going to pronounce takfir on anyone. We are all brothers. He went to war with them. Understand, he went to war with people that so many of them, except for a few that are weird, so many of them, they were praying 5 times a day. They were saying shahadat. They were giving zakat. They were praying. They were fasting in the month of Ramadan. They were making the Hajj. They have beards. They wear the sunnat. They speak the Arabic. He went to war with them. What sets them apart now? I'll tell you what set them apart. Holy Prophet ﷺ, after he passed, Hazrat Abu Bakr went to war, especially with Musaylama al-Kazzab, the liar. And he addressed the Sahabis and the Tabi'ins, just like that. We are going to fight people who look like us, who say shahadat like us, who pray like us, who give zakat, they fast and they go to Hajj like us. How are we going to distinguish ourselves from them? How are you going to tell the difference? It says, our cry, our battle cry, that is what's going to be different. Because those ones fighting Hazrat Abu Bakr, those ones fighting and wanting to finish Medina and finish Hazrat Abu Bakr and finish Ahl Sunnah Aqidah, they were saying Allahu Akbar. Their takbir is Allahu Akbar. You know what Hazrat Abu Bakr is saying? And this is history. He's saying, oh my brothers, oh my companions, our cry on this day is Ya Muhammad. You are going to say Ya Muhammad. You're going to say Ya Muhammad. We're going to go to fight with that. Ya Muhammad. The other one is saying Allahu Akbar. Hazrat Abu Bakr's troops and the armies of the Prophet saying Ya Muhammad. And they finished them. When Khalid ibn Walid, he was fighting against, I believe that time, it was against the Byzantines. He was fighting against them, Khalid ibn Walid. So, he was fighting, they were fighting, and they were fighting, and he's noticing that they were not winning. The Muslim side was getting weaker and weaker. He went to a spot where that battlefield was. He turned towards Medina. He raised his hands and he says, Ya Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, help us. Send help to us. Help us. If you don't help us, we are going to be finished. You help us. Before he knew, the Muslims then, they got more power and they started saying that, yes, Ya Prophet, help us. And Holy Prophet ﷺ sent his imdad, his madad, his help to them. Those of the Prophet ﷺ, they're not going to say Prophet is just a postman, a mailman, just a messenger. Just came to deliver the message from Allah to me. I'm more important. Mailman is not important. Just came to give and that's it. It's none of his business now. It's only between me and Allah. That is shaitanic, that is Wahhabi way. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is the reason for the creation. Prophet ﷺ is Hazir and Nazir. He is everywhere. And he is always warning us and guiding us. And if you have love of that Prophet ﷺ, you are not going to say that he is dead. Huh. So many, including the Wahhabis, they are saying, oh, but he is dead. Don't you know? Even Abu Bakr said he is dead. When he passed, Hazrat Umar, he took out his sword going around. He said, whoever says the Prophet is dead, I'm going to kill you. We don't know what that situation is. You don't know the context of that situation. You think it's such a nice, easy, like peaceful passing away. Like you and your grandfather maybe, or your whoever it is in your family. Now it's just a couple of people. You're not understanding he set up a state. You're not understanding that it's just been set up, that there are enemies within and without. There's munafiqs and there are enemies from outside waiting for the situation to bring end to Islam. That they are saying he's not a prophet, or worse, saying that he's a prophet, now he's dead. He will not be able to help you. And Hazrat Abu Bakr was very strong. Hazrat Umar was beside himself. Because so many, they're saying he's dead, and he is dead. And they want to make so much confusion to bring the Islam and the Khilafat down. The Hazrat Abu Bakr is saying to Hazrat Umar, say, Ya Umar, softly, softly. And he went up. Yes, he recited ayat where it says the prophets, they passed. And we're reciting that ayat too. Every day we're remembering it. To understand also those ones who love Allah and who follow in the way of Allah and His Prophet, they also pass. They are veiled, like our Shaykh. They are veiled. They are not dead. And what did he say? That so many Wahhabis they are saying. Prophet is dead. The proof is Hazrat Abu Bakr is also saying that he's dead. What did he say? He said, those who worship Muhammad ﷺ know that he is dead. Understand the words properly. Hazrat Abu Bakr is the one who was created right after Holy Prophet ﷺ. He is not a regular person like you and me. If the whole weight of the whole Sahabe Kiram and the whole Ummah's weight of faith is put on one scale and Hazrat Abu Bakr is on another, his faith is going to be heavier than the whole Ummah from now until Judgment Day. All the awliyas to put in there, it is not the same. He said, those who worship Muhammad know that Muhammad is dead. Those who worship Allah understand that Allah is Hayyum and Qayyum, is eternal and is self-sustaining. He doesn't need anyone to keep him to be eternal. Are you understanding the words? Those who worship Muhammad know that he is dead. This is the proof that the Wahhabis they come up with. This is the best thing they can come up with. Hazrat Abu Bakr said, those who worship Muhammad know that he is dead. Who worship Prophet? During that time, who worship Prophet? Which one who came to Holy Prophet ﷺ? Sahabe Kiram, those visitors, emissaries, ambassadors from everywhere, whole world who knew him at that time. Who worshipped him? None. Who worshipped Holy Prophet ﷺ to say that he is Ilah? It is an Ilah, that he is Allah. None that time and none this time. And in 1400 years, never any group of Muslims is worshipping Prophet as Allah. Never. And that is another miracle. He's saying, those who worship Prophet know that he is dead. The opposite of that meaning is those who do not worship Prophet, like you and me, he is alive. Those who worship Allah, he is Hayy and Qayyum. If you don't worship Muhammad, to understand that he is also Hayy and Qayyum. Yes, he is Hayy and Qayyum. Not in the way that Allah is. Allah is beyond anything that he has created. But everything Allah has created is for the Holy Prophet ﷺ. It is not in a way that we understand. Holy Prophet ﷺ is Sahibul Qaba Qawsain. He is the owner. You know this? Qaba Qawsain? Yeah, idiot. Qaba Qawsain is a 2 bows length or even nearer. When Holy Prophet ﷺ went to the Mi'raj, he went beyond the Sidratul Muntaha without Jibreel alayhi salam. And Holy Quran is saying, and he came to Qaba Qawsain. He came to 2 bows length. We're going to get the bow, we're going to show you now. Or even nearer. You know when you pull the bow, you pull it like this, and the length is coming close. And even nearer, Allah is saying, even nearer. Some awliya, they're saying that bows that, we're not going to enter into that. So, now, Astaghfirullah al-Azim wa atubu ilayh. Holy Prophet ﷺ, he is living. And Allah is his sustainer. And it is because of the existence and the life of the Prophet that everything in creation, the 18,000 alams and more, they are in existence. If you kill the love of the Prophet ﷺ from your heart, if you're not going to give him the highest praises, your heart is dead. You are dead. The original jealousy that Shaitan had, it's not just for Adam alayhi salam, but his understanding that inside of Adam alayhi salam is the light of the Prophet alayhi salam. Because that Maqam al-Mahmud, that Arsh, it is for the Holy Prophet alayhi salam. Don't make mistake. Allah is not going to make an Arsh to sit on it. Okay? That Arsh is for his beloved one. Allah, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Anything that you can imagine, Allah is beyond that. We are still in the month of the Mawlid. A couple of things that we need to mention to make our hearts to become stronger and understand the love Prophet had for us, he has for us, and also the maqam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to him. May Allah forgive me. May Allah bless our Holy Prophet ﷺ, our Grand Shaykh and our Shaykh, and raise his station higher and higher. Send him more help, send him more power, and send him more higher stations. And we're asking Allah for his sake to forgive us and to keep us strong in this way. And all those who are running in his way, for the way to be opened, for it to be easy, and more strength come to them. For all those ones, their families who are coming and their families who have passed, for mercy to reach them, inshallah rahman. Al-Fatiha.